Good luck.
In front of him, but with the power that Nonito. So it'll be interesting.
His athleticism. Doesn't look like an athlete. He has those fast twitch muscles, Roy. I mean, lightning fast.
Difficult to defeat that.
Good short left inside.
What's happening to this shocking him. He's not used. And he's being very smart by stalking Narvaez. And I will be on you all night long. Just like
Jumped in with a left hand too. Donaire comes right back. Doubles up the left.
This guy with a good shot, it doesn't.
Donaire gets hit off.
Exactly. So that's what's happening with Donaire.
But here you really do see two really good tacticians.
And on top,
you can see that Narvaez
time with two fighters, a right hand and
little upper body movement and subtle movement.
Smart, very talented kid. A guy. He's not a kid. He's 36 years old. So very poised fighter. Now guy is. That shows you he's back to his jab after this round.
Through the harder punches. Narvaez
will explain next.
Well, you looks very relaxed right in front of
a lot of wear and tear on him, so relaxed.
Even in this day and age of multiple titles. Look at that.
Downright.
Chad not to lunge at him with big shots because
left-handed fighter. In your body to do things that simply executing proper boxing technique, to me,
to do. He has to just be happy with being able to throw the punches, not necessarily land them, but just throw them.
And I think the answer is Nonito.
I understand that, no more force, but almost all of his shots are at least parts of who would I?
According to CompuBox, to the 47 thrown by Donaire.
By being more busier than Narvaez.
It's better than doing nothing at all, but if Narvaez can hit him once or twice clean, I'd rather be Narvaez.
He's going to land one.
Okay, and then one or two clean shots, I'd rather be him.
Yeah, but
good right hand to the...
And if he don't land no clean punches, he's going to lose the round because he hasn't done anything.
That's right.
And Max, I mean, Donaire's throwing.
Donaire, I think here, Narvaez is not throwing back.
Right hand hurts Narvaez.
I told you eventually he'd catch him.
That's what Donaire's banking on. His one-punch power.
That's exactly right.
Oh, he said if you throw enough.
He's throwing the right hand, followed by left uppercut, followed by a quicker straight right down the pipe, and it finally landed, then came back with an overhand that also landed. And that's just from the accumulation of punches.
And now
urging for Narvaez, but when he hits Nonito, he still gets countered, and he doesn't like that, and he's not. He can't come off.
A couple of jabs. Fires up.
Very high, but because if Nonito reaches down his body too much, Narvaez, one of his eyes will fight.
See taller fighters reluctant to go to shorter fighters' bodies a lot because of that.
Behind that blow. When you're blocking all those punches.
Down too, block because you're absorbing the other guy's energy. Continues to make him keep his hands up to block. He can't offend Donaire either. And that's what Donaire knows. That's why he's throwing those shots at him and letting him block. Wow.
Like a bell, campana.
And not worry about the knockout.
At him.
And that's the disadvantage of moving up.
Insistence on doing everything properly would cause the other guy to get frustrated and start making mistakes.
Coming.
Next.
No, that said, he is Donaire to look spectacular against the real isn't letting him look spectacular.
Exactly. A great champion has to be able to do, and that's what Nonito is showing. It's time to be patient and smart where you want it every night. Some nights are beautiful, but you still got to make it happen, and that's what he's doing.
That's what everyone will remember anyway.
You don't see many fighters who can go in there and face Donaire and not get caught with some fighters. You better believe it.
Talented guy, you can see scoring basis. Really, what you're trying to judge is who's landed the hardest.
Winning the fight by
according to the CompuBox is 25, so he's doubling.
Because if he uses his hands and his arms for defense, punch output is down so low. Because Nonito is throwing punch.
It's the home of the NHL's New York Rangers, and he's getting a lot of blocks.
Taking those shots.
Robert Garcia in between rounds. Just keep doing what you're doing. You know, stay biased. You just do.
An excellent trainer, but he's really an excellent corner man. It's usually the right one.
Heads, Narvaez.
an eventual sixth, the featherweight.
With a guy that, you know, is skillful. Or how do you...
The crowd wants to see more because they came out to Narvaez and the guy from Cuba. Nobody wants to see this if you get beat by a little guy. So this is the best thing for you.
On the athletic level of you or Donaire as opponent because he can upset you.
You have to respect him for what he is.
Top of the head of...
For that, him upstairs.
Donaire momentarily.
One punches against those gloves to make offend as long as he uses his arms for defensive purposes. He cannot punch. Keep throwing that right hand he's throwing.
Just keep doing what you're doing. But Donaire looks like, and he's looking for each to the point.
Much for this guy because he's a dangerous fighter.
How hard is it though? Your trainer is telling, but when you hit
that, but that's what though you don't win the way they want you to. You have to
twitching, not knowing where he is.
But you got to remember, most of those they were on their way to throw a shot.
Fights in front of crowd behind 31 of his bouts in his home punch. Guy that I've fought, I know he's bigger than my name out there.
Where Narvaez deserves, no, he's used to cheers. Here, you're fighting on American television on HBO, and you're used to ostensibly to open up the U.S. market to show points. Narvaez needs to do more to try to actually win the fight. He needs to take more chances.
He said he wanted to show the public that he upset this bigger guy.
He's good. He just needs to do a little more to inspire people to watch him, I think.
And they're picking up
Donaire. They can't open him in the ribs. Step. You got to whack him to the liver. Get a 9-0.
Or even if he's not.
This fight that he had.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I'd like to see a little more passion from Narvaez.
Probably 15 years. It's been a long time since this guy's lost a fight. So he's not, because he's not alone. Make this kid work.
Apparently not.
He came to prove that he could last.
Right.
And you got to remember that. So we get.
Yeah, he seems like
a fighter in some years. He's not showing the body. I mean, it's kind of hard to give him that because he's a winner. He's not giving up his title because he's up in weight class. He is still the junior bantamweight.
And yeah, this is making more money to challenge than he does to defend. Lands one of his power shots. Push down to left. No force.
Is now a junior band.
Too high. And he knew this was too high. Both of those
wanted to try to open up the U.S. market to himself.
I like him so much on the line out there. I'm not going to be stupid, but I'm going to...
Legitimate point of view. Like Arturo Gatti did that fighter. And just put it plan. Even if it's not...
Country, the type of money he's making, or in our country fighting at his own weight class. The only way he was going to make this type of a payday was to take him. Nobody else really. And I promised to get in the ring with him.
Oof, what a right hand to the back.
Still right there.
And my hat goes off to Narvaez because most guys wouldn't take this chance. Wouldn't take this risk to be in there with a guy that's bigger than them.
Left from Narvaez. Found the...
Lose 118 pounds in the next 3 minutes to really excite this crowd right now.
From the New York fans.
Fans chanting this is BS, and it really is, Roy. I guess that's the point. Narvaez has all the technical tools.
And right there was what
Narvaez did in the first half.
Come here to get paid.
And to go in the meeting yesterday. If you look, I hit it with a cloth ball. I can go 12 rounds with this bigger guy, and he exactly
go back down.
That's exactly what he said. That's why he did.
Well, and he should stay at his weight class and not take the money. Oh, Donaire